In February of 1957, a college student stumbled across the remains of a young boy in the woods of Philadelphia. The college student reported this to the police, and they found that the boy in the box had been badly beaten and his identity was unknown. The box he was found in was a bassinet. Several people at the time came forward with information about the boy in the box, but the police were never able to validate anyone's testimony. There was one lady called Martha, and she said that her mum had bought the boy, and before the boy had died, he had eaten baked beans and he had had a bath. And the autopsy actually confirmed this, but Martha had a series of mental health which made the police believe that she was an unreliable witness, and therefore they couldn't validate her testimony. Another lead that came forward was a psychic who accurately described a foster home that was found near where the boy was found, but she had never seen the foster home, so the police thought this was very interesting, but again, not enough information to find out the identity of the young boy. Remington Bristow, however, an employee at the examiner's office, followed the directions from the psychic to the foster home, and in the foster home he found a bassinet that was exactly the same as what was described of the one that the boy was found in. This would then indicate that Martha's story was true. They had also found blankets that were exactly the same as those that the boy was buried in, but because there was no real incriminating evidence against the foster parents, Bristow's findings were also dismissed. 62 years later, they created a facial reconstruction, which is quite a famous image now, and it showed what the boy would have potentially looked like when he was alive. But at the time, no one had come forward to claim him. There was no DNA that matched his, and there was no dental records that matched his either. However, 65 years after the little boy was found, his identity became known. He was identified as Joseph Augustus Zarelli. What a sad case though, what a really sad, tiny life for the boy, and for 65 years his identity was unknown. How tragic is that? Police said that the boy had been malnourished and he was beaten to death, which gives great indication that Martha's story at the time was exactly correct. It's such a shame that the stigma of mental health caused this little boy to not have his identity for 65 years. At least his identity is known now.